So Hitman is the newest Richard Linklater film starring Glen Powell, who plays this college professor that part-time works for the police as this undercover officer pretending to be a hitman and getting people arrested for it. And I just found this to be an absolutely fascinating character study. Glen Powell gives such a good performance. It's really too bad that this film is being released in June by Netflix, because otherwise it probably could have had a really solid awards push for Glen Powell. And also, the other performances here are great. Notably, Adria, Arjona, and Austin Emilio both give these really good performances where you're just kind of left wondering where their characters' loyalties lie. And that adds to this underlying tension throughout this film that is carried so effortlessly, it feels like, and it's subtle. You don't really notice the tension creeping up on you until about halfway through the film, and it's like, oh my god, you know, you can't take your eyes off of what you're watching. And it's just so captivating because of that, and really because of those two performances in particular, and because this film does such a great job making you care about Glen Powell's character and about his journey of trying to just find balance in his life and change who he is, but just find a happy medium for himself. This film flies by, you know, like you never once question how long it's been, even on Netflix, where I feel like it's a lot more tempting to see, oh, how much longer is left in the film. I never did that. And really, I think all of the success from this film stems from an airtight screenplay by Linklater and also Glen Powell. He's a writer on this film. Like, that's really cool, and I want to see more projects that he actually has a say in writing and, you know, just other more creative efforts, because Powell he has that, you know, he has that it factor as a creative, obviously, because this film just shows it. You know, and the screenplay, you know, the pacing, the not being able to trust these characters, all of that is really thanks to the screenplay, as well as editing and performances. But I keep looking at the screenplay as a huge part of why this film is so successful. And I just wanted to give a lot of credit towards that. Personally, I did feel like I could kind of tell that this was a bit of a COVID movie. It's very small. You know, there's a lot of scenes where I feel like there could have been more characters around, just like background actors, and there weren't. You know, every scene is pretty small, and I think a lot of that is because, you know, COVID protocols were still going on, I'm assuming, at the time of this movie being filmed. Either that, or it's just a low-budget film and that's how they filmed it. But I would strongly guess that this is a bit of a COVID movie, and I could kind of feel that. But it didn't take away from this film. I still found it to be just a huge, huge success. I'm gonna be giving it 4 stars. This is a wonderful film, and I wish it could be playing in movie theaters, but I highly recommend that you click off this video right now and go and watch it on Netflix, because it's so great. But if you've already seen this film, feel free to go down to the comments below and let me know your thoughts on my takes. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What did you think made this movie so successful? Or do you think that this movie sucks? I want to have a discussion, and while you're down there, feel free to like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.
I guess I'm just your fantasy.